Well, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's almost 9 a.m. Nice, quiet Sunday morning. I am going to wander up the road, take a walk over to O'Shea's, get a little breakfast. Boone had to take off early today to go take care of her dog. I'm going to head down the way. I thought I heard something over there. It's a plant man, or you'll hear these different trucks going around advertising their vegetables, plants. And this is looking up the little side. So here on 26, you'll find the Dwell, 8-story building. Kind of an affordable option here in the Phrom Phong area. Looking down towards Sukhumvit. And I've been asked more than a few times about serviced apartments here in Bangkok. Check out the story. Year and a half ago, they had a sign out front. It said 22,000 baht. So the sign's gone. I assume it's gone up, but maybe it's still under 30,000 baht. That's not bad for a month-to-month non-lease situation. Hey, and there's John's place, Queen Bee. It'll be coming alive soon for the lunch crowd. And Rung Rung Noodles off on the left here. And across the street, the larger location. That's a nice bowl of soup, but I had it 3 days ago. And I haven't had a nice Phrom breakfast in a while. Let's go over to O'Shea's. They have a really good thick cut bacon. There's been a lot of change here in the alley. Sukhumvit Soi 24/1. This used to be Angel Massage straight ahead. It's all boarded up. I don't know if it, I mentioned it before, if they had some earthquake damage or it just went out of business. Things are changing. This is open now massage, Dopu, soft opening. Okay. Rose is still across the way. And this is a new name, I think, Yummy. Trying to stay out of the way of the bikes here. And this one went out of business. I'm not sure. Oh, I was going to say it was the Vietnamese barber, but nope, that's right next door. Kauai, I guess. Vietnamese barber style, 800 baht, 90 minutes. JP. What do we have here? Early bird special. Luxury spa. JP and the B&B and the Love. And then something else went out of business here. And Candy, the Japanese restaurant on the corner, it also went under. I came back from California and end of April, I think, and it was gone. Again, I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the earthquake. They've moved locations up to the left, more under the Phrom Phong BTS. It's pretty good Japanese food, and they have some beer chong and highball specials. And any time of day or night, you're gonna have a little traffic on Sukhumvit. At least this is flowing nicely. And here's the new location for the Japanese food. I've walked by past 2 in the morning, and it's been going strong. A couple of nice Harleys out for a Sunday morning ride. Looking down the popular Sukhumvit Soi 24. Some beautiful apartments down the way. And depending how far down, you're really close to BTS Phrom Phong. And you are rarely going to see the Phrom Phong BTS station this slow. The different ticket machines, and that's the M Quartier Mall. M-Sphere Mall's behind me here, or to the left. The walkway will take us, the Emporium Mall over here. The M-Sphere Mall at the end of the walkway here. 5 minutes walk. And this is looking down Sukhumvit Soi 35. Some nice low-rise apartments right behind the M Quartier Mall. Soi 33/1. This is the turn. That is the Robin Hood. Early bird breakfast from 9 till 1. That's also a pretty good deal. 99 baht. But I've just been going to O'Shea's for so long. It's $1.99. You pick, I think it's 7 items out of 16. And then down the way, I'm going to walk down and see if the Royal Oak is open yet. That's the sister property of O'Shea's. I've been hanging out there more and more. Max, he's the manager of all three bars, I believe. Royal Oak, O'Shea's, and PG O'Brien's. And yes, it's open. So just a 2-minute walk past O'Shea's, Custard Nakamura Bakery, and the Royal Oak. And the bar's packed. 9:30 in the morning, everybody's watching UFC live. All of these pubs and bars are a fun spot to come, say Tuesday morning, check out Monday Night Football, or Sunday morning, live USC from Saturday night. And I just met a nice couple that moved here from Seattle. They told me, watching my little channel showing the streets helped them pick a neighborhood and all. And I think that's great. They're also stopping by O'Shea's for a little breakfast. It's a nice spot. So that's looking pretty good, 200 baht. Let me dig in. And that was pretty tasty. I could eat it all and have to go take a nap, or do what I did and save half of it. I'm gonna duck into the Via Market here and pick up some tortillas. I don't feel like making them later. And I have enough for a couple small breakfast burritos. The Via Market, this one at the top of Soi 33.5, is 24 hours, and you can find all kinds of expat items. They're gonna be a bit of a price, 295 baht for some Pop-Tarts, or 345 for some Cheez-Its. Ritz, you can find those everywhere. Even 7-Eleven. I think these are Australian crackers, I'm not sure. 175. Ooh, Chips Ahoy are on sale, 225. They might have been on the shelf a while. That's normally what starts the sale. It's sure not all about buying US goods. There's a Newman's Pizza, 540 baht. I think I'd rather just get one of the nice local pizzas. I do like these uncooked tortillas. The small flour, the corn are okay, but the larger flour, 10-inch or 8-inch, or I've never seen the 6-inch, they're really good. I don't have my glasses on. I think it's 220 for the 10-inch, I assume. 108 for the 8. I need to go down to Siam Pharmacy. I've always passed the one at Sukhumvit Hospital near Ekamai. So I think I'm going to try that one. Normally I go to Plon Chet. Right as I walk out front here, I see a bus coming. So rather than walk up the stairs and deal with the BTS, let's just jump on the local non-air conditioned bus and see if it'll get me close. I don't really know where the bus stops are, but it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. And I still haven't figured out the fares. I just handed him 2 tens and he handed me one back, so 10 baht to get up to Ekamai. I think I've always gone up to En Nut, and maybe that's 12 baht. Stands to reason. So we're going under the Phrom Phong BTS. There's nobody on the bus right now, but if you jump on this bus 9 out of 10 times, you will be standing. Now the air-conditioned bus right there, that cost a little bit more. And just hop on the bus, grab a seat or stand, and the change person will come around and find you. I've mentioned it before. Try to keep their life simple and keep a bunch of coins and 20 baht notes for buses and moto taxis. This is Soi 41 on the left and the 24-hour tops market. I like having these two 24-hour markets. You can't really miss the bus stops. Most of them will have this rain cover. And we're coming up to the Tan Long BTS. There's Soi 30/1. That's a popular building, the Waterford. They have a really cool pool, swimming pool. There's the Embassy of the Philippines. Yeah, their pool is, I don't know, up on the 10th or 15th floor, but it has a plexiglass or some kind of mirrors, not mirrors, glass on the side where you can see people swimming as you're sitting in the dining area. And this is Sukhumvit Soi 49. Off to the left about a mile you'll find Samiti Way, private hospital. Really nice hospital, from what I'm told. And this is Tan Long BTS. Soi 53 off to the left, and I think that's Soi 34. No, Soi 36. I'm not even sure what bus I'm on. They all run down Sukhumvit, then a few of them take a left up Phra Khanong, so that'd be what, Soi 65. Some others take a left at En Nut, I assume Soi 77, and the rest go down towards Bang Na. Make a left there, head off towards the large IKEA. And this is looking up Sukhumvit Soi 38. Really quiet street. I think the embassy, the Norwegian embassy's up that way. If you're looking for a really quiet street right in central Bangkok, take a look at Soi 38. You also have Thailand BTS right at the top of 38, and on this side of the street, before you come to Soi 55, really nice English pub, Old English. Most of these doors are strapped open, so don't be crazy jumping off this bus right now. You can see traffic zipping by. There is a little beeper there. I haven't understood the system. I assume you beep when you're coming up on your stop or exit, but he seems to be, well, let's see. I was gonna say he seems to be pulling over. I thought that was a bus stop. Maybe it's not. He seems to be pulling over at every bus stop. There's people wanting to get on. I just saw that guy sticking his arm out, so maybe that's the signal. It says Sunday, so it's quieter. During the week, you're not gonna have to worry about hitting that buzzer. He's gonna be stopping and going at every stop. And we're coming up to Eager BTS. And there's YouTuber Patrick Powell Place. Always a line. Right in front of the Eager bus station, or Eastern bus station. You can catch a bus to go anywhere in Thailand. Probably Pattaya's the most popular route. 131 baht one way on the large bus. I try to avoid the little mini buses if you can. They'll stuff them. Sometimes you'll have to hold your suitcase, and they kind of a reputation for driving a little fast and crazy. Just go right there to the first window, and that is the big large government bus. You'll hear them yelling Pattaya, 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 but head to that large government bus. So there you go. It's not that tricky a system. They're gonna pull up and take off in 5 seconds, so don't dilly-dally around. And this brought me exactly where I need to be, I think. This is Sukhumvit Hospital on the left here. And I've always seen another Siam pharmacy. Oh, here's the flower shop right next to the hospital. But I've always seen another Siam. So let me try to find it. Here comes the ambulance. They're usually pretty good about not running the siren right at the ambulance, but they might flip it on here right when they get on the street. A lot of people will say, you don't want to rent a condo right next to a hospital, but I don't know, right next door to a hospital? That might be the quietest place in town if you're trying to avoid ambulance sirens. Now it's going to be just my luck. I came up here and they're closed because it's Sunday. I did look it up online, said it was open, but that doesn't mean much. Here's a nice building not far from the Eager BTS, the Lofts. And you're also right across the street from St. Andrew's International School. I know there's another location. I'm 99% sure it's St. Andrew's down the way at Sukhumvit 101. Right behind the school, you can see the fence of the driving range. And this yellow and white is the giveaway for a bus stop if the sign there is missing. Now this bus just zoomed on by. Had I wanted to catch it, you just stick the arm out and he'll pull right over. So there goes my theory that they're just gonna stop and let you off at any bus stop. Now they're gonna ask you, and they'll look out for you a little bit. If you say, hey, I'm getting off at En Nut, now the person who collected your money will probably give you a heads up, hey, this is En Nut, dummy, get off the bus. But kind of see your surroundings and just be prepared. I've always found Thais in Thailand in general to be very, very helpful, forgiving, whatever you want to say, towards visitors, foreigners, and people that live here that just don't speak Thai, they're generally out to be helpful and take care of you. Not so much in other areas. Myself, you go to Vietnam, yeah, even if a person speaks English, they probably won't speak English to you. Now, I've only been there 3 or 4 times, but that's the vibe I got. I've came up to Sukhumvit Soi 65 in the Mazda dealership on the corner, and I'm hoping I didn't walk past the place. I could have swore it was near the hospital. Of course, I was up on the BTS kind of flying by, so maybe it is 2-3 blocks down the way. And there goes the blue and white bus to Pattaya. And that's the minibus I would try to avoid. And if you're looking for the driving range, it's Sukhumvit 42 called Tee Off. There's a couple of driving ranges around town, but this is probably the closest to central Bangkok. I know there's Top Golf, and maybe there's 2 Top Golfs, but I think they're more out on the edges of town. Right across from the driving range, the Life. You'll find these Life buildings all over town. I stayed at the Life on 48 in Phra Khanong Airbnb, maybe a dozen times over the years. And I can't remember if I told you why I'm going to the pharmacy. I go scuba diving, and it's always hard for me to clear at least one ear, getting the water out. I've tried every trick in the book. They make a little, it's probably something I can mix up. I don't know if it's a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. I don't know. But you put a couple of those drops in there, and it seems to dry up that last little bit of water that takes me a week to get out. And I clean my ears often, so it's not a wax issue and water being trapped behind the ear. It's just the way my ears roll. I don't know anything about this place. A BKK journey. I've walked by here a million times. I never noticed this hostel, and I'm not a big hostel guy. Smaller hotels are just so affordable, but if you're on a super limited budget or you're just trying to save some cash, there you go. Now that is a medium-sized bus, but they go more towards, I don't know, like Rayong or something. They're not going to go to Pattaya. It's going to, well, that I know of. It's going to be those mini buses, or you wait for the government bus. Okay, there it is, Siam Pharmacy. I assume it's the same as the one at Phrom Phong, the same sign and everything, but yeah, it's nowhere near the hospital. It's down here at the Phra Khanong BTS. That was a nice Sunday morning walk. Now, I'm not a big medication guy, but if you're taking multiple prescriptions, do a little price comparison at a place like Siam Pharmacy compared to, say, Bumrungrad. What they'll do is you'll see the doctor, I don't know, see the cardiologist, and he wants to put you on X, Y, and Z. Then he'll write you a prescription, send you to the pharmacy right there at the hospital, and you just pay your bill and your medicine all at the same time. Or he or she can just write you a little letter. It's not so much a prescription. It's almost like just a doctor letter. And you can come over to a place like Siam, and you might be able to get a good savings, or there might be a generic. I'm pretty sure Bumrungrad's not in the business of the generics, and me, I'm okay with generics. That'll be your decision. And this location, Phra Khanong, it's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. or 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. The website said they closed at 7 p.m., so this is what the window says. And you can see it's a top-notch pharmacy. They brought the pharmacist over to make sure I was getting the correct thing for swimmer's ear. Now, not too far ahead, there's a noisy bike. Up on the left will be the W District food area. And that round building is, I've never been up there, but it's what is it? A round dining room. Rooftop kind of dining room. And across the way is the Rhythm, Sukhumvit 44/1. Very close to the BTS. If you're going to be working every day or whatever, you need to get on that train every day at a certain time. Try to be as close to that train as you can. Even being tucked back 10 or 15 minutes, that's going to be a hassle when it's pouring rain or 100 degrees. It's easy for me. I could just pick my spots. But if you're on a time schedule, the closer to that train, the easier your life will be. Of course, it's going to come at a little bit extra cost, but you tell me if it's worth another $200 a month for peace of mind. And here's the 1985 BKK Barber. I assume that means they're old school, which means I'm old school, graduating high school in '84. And as I'm walking back towards the Eager Expat BTS, I could have jumped on there at Phra Khanong, but I'm out for a little walk, and I know I did videos down this Soi 67, but I don't recall. So I'm going to at least take a 10-minute peek. If I'm not mistaken, it goes off into some neighborhoods, but I can't remember. Oh no, I think I remember now. There's a couple little buildings here on the right. Let's go see what the names are. It's another Life building, the Life at Sukhumvit 67. Smaller building. Looks like there's a pool on the roof and another building next door. This is interesting, the U&I residence. Looks like some beautiful units. And right next door is the E8 motorbike rental. There's that other Life building. Some kind of business happening back here. And I kind of lost track of what street I just came up. So I can't tell you. We're heading back towards, oh shoot, Ekamai. Maybe that was 67, because where those main large buildings are, 99% sure that is Ekamai or Sukhumvit Soi 63 in Ekamai. I think where that guy is sitting on his motorbike at the end there is Soi 65. Yep. And before we come to 65, yeah, I haven't been here in 2 years. Okay, I know where we're at. There's a real fancy gated community at the end of the line here, which is out of my league. But these two buildings might be very much in my league. And you can see how close we are to Phra Khanong BTS. I think when I first looked at these buildings, I was thinking, oh, they're kind of tucked away from Ekamai. Oh, look at this, Condo 1, Sukhumvit 67. Okay, well, I live at Condo 1X, Sukhumvit 26. There's a second Condo 1. Huh. And if they're built anything like mine, they're pretty darn spacious. Now this is only an 8-story building. Mine is a 28-story. Let's see what this building is. I'm assuming this is some kind of a wine bar. Yeah, a little restaurant. Oh, and it's a kaya. Okay. Japanese food. And this, I want to say, is a school, but I haven't been back here in a while. Yeah, that's definitely the gated community straight ahead. I try to walk in there and no can do. The plus 67 condos. Huh, these are some interesting choices. I know Phra Khanong's getting pretty darn popular. It used to be all about En Nut. Go up to En Nut, the end of the line, when the train went between Mochet and En Nut, and you can get a heck of a deal. I think so many people went to En Nut. It's just kind of the same as anywhere now. But Phra Khanong had some pretty good bargains. Yeah, this is like the clubhouse and a very official type gate. I don't know if I ever went back here. There's a sale rent sign. Oh, okay, see, there's another building tucked away right there. Smallish. Well, let's go take a look. Huh, maybe not that small. Yeah, you need to just get out and walk around in a neighborhood you're interested in, and you can find all kinds of things. It's sure quiet back here. Now, No 7-Elevens or anything like that. You'd have to walk up to Sukhumvit. Okay, these are like fancy brand new homes. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I was here, they were building them. Beautiful. Maison something. Yeah, those are, what does it say? 105? No, that's bigger than 105. Those are nice homes. Yeah, I like this area. It's super quiet, yet very close to Phra Khanong BTS, close to the W District. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna check out those prices at Condo 1, Sukhumvit 67. They appear to be smaller, but I've lived on small sailboats. Small doesn't bother me. I've had a 34 meter condo, and right now I have a 52 meter with older air conditioners, but it's certainly cheaper to cool down that smaller unit. And I was halfway considering kind of downsizing. I've had my place for a while, it'll be 3 years in June of 2026, and reasonably we're probably looking at a rent increase. I'm still kind of paying a pandemic price of 19,000 baht. Everybody else is paying closer to 30,000 baht. I don't know if it's worth it. It's not that much money, and I know it's a hassle to move, but if I were to get another 14,000 baht place and then maybe spend more time, a month at a time, in say Jomtien or Bang Sarai, Krabi, who knows? I'd feel much better about leaving my 15,000 month place empty weeks at a time than I would a 30,000 baht place. But I've said it many times, that's not really your biggest expense over here. It's going to be the going out to eat and drink. Yeah, I've been back here. It's just some private walk-ups. Let's get back on Sukhumvit. And that's Sukhumvit right there. So a 5-minute walk to the train from one of those smaller buildings back there. This smaller Life building right here, you're a 3-minute walk. I really like the looks of this building, but I don't even have to look it up. I know that's going to be pretty darn expensive, relatively speaking, for Southern California or New York City. $2,000 a month is a steal. But in Bangkok, you can just get a beautiful place for $1,000 US or cheaper. And right before I get to Sukhumvit, across from the Life at 67 is this building, which it looks like somebody lives there, but there's some businesses tucked away. Let me go in there and take a peek. I don't know if this is for cars. Wine, Asia, AC Sports. I hope this is open to the public. Okay, this is just the parking garage. Hey, so there you go. I forgot all about this area. And you have the little Tops Daily right here. It's a little bit bigger than a 7-Eleven. I'm trying to think. I know up Soi 71. Is that the main Phra Khanong Street? I think it is. I know there are grocery stores maybe 2 miles from here. And what else? I'm trying to think. I know there's a gourmet market, I believe, down the way at Ekamai. I'm always trying to map out where you'd eat if you live tucked away in an area like this. But that's nice, being not even 1 block there to Phra Khanong BTS. So there you go. Thanks for following along with me this morning. Taking a little walk over to O'Shea's and a little peek at Sukhumvit Soi 67. Plenty more videos on the way. If this is one of the first videos of mine you've watched, I'd appreciate it if you considered subscribing for more looks around town. A thumbs up helps me with YouTube. So you take it easy. You have a good day.